heard her sentence or two about legalizing marijuana.
It wasn't just a sentence or two, it was an entire speech.
What did the other kids say?
They were cheering. They were glad to hear marijuana being touted as a great thing.
Closed captioning provided by in the amount of $8,000 for emotional distress. Ms. Dorvette claims her daughter was kicked off the debate team and suspended for debating the topic of medical marijuana. Mr. Madsen says pro-drug use goes against the school bylaws, and that behavior will not be tolerated.
Mrs. Kyle, I understand you have a daughter, and how old is she?
She's 12 years old.
She's 12, but she's in 6th grade?
Yes, she is.
Okay, and she attended the school that Dr. Dorvay is the principal at, is that correct?
That's correct.
All right, and you are here suing technically the school for reimbursement in tuition of $8,000.
That is correct.
Okay, why? What was the argument?
During the debate, which was about imprisonment.
Is that true, Dr. Dorvay?
Well, there are some mitigating circumstances here. Number one, she was asked to debate
what kind of student? What is the name of your daughter?
I'm sorry?
Your daughter's name?
Janet Kyle.
Janet. What kind of student is Janet Kyle?
She is a law-abiding, rule-abiding student. We were happy with her.
Is she smart?
She's a smart young lady.
Okay.
Got a little too smart for herself, however, at this debate. She was asked a question about rates of imprisonment, right? And the justice factors involved with imprisonment. She then kind of went off into the weeds, so to speak, and tried to say that marijuana should be legalized to bring down rates of imprisonment in the United States. She made a legalized.
She has a very valid point. I mean, for recreational use.
Well, our point is this: we have a zero tolerance for advocating the use of marijuana or any other drugs. It's a Catholic school.
Do you have a copy of your zero tolerance policy?
Yes, we have. Yes, we do have that. And this contract was signed.
Okay, so she was suspended. Why did you suspend her?
Because she tried to create a situation of the approval of the abuse of drugs in a debate competition in front of hundreds of other students. It's the spirit of what she did, not necessarily the rule of what she did. Yes, we think that...
Okay, I'm looking at your zero tolerance. It's zero tolerance of any drugs, alcohol, weapons on campus.
Or advocation of the use thereof, yes.
I don't know where it says that. And then you also have high school that applies to speeches, written papers, and any other form of correspondence.
This is true.
Okay, do you...
Back with the case of Cindy Dorvette, who is suing her daughter's principal, Kyle Madsen, in the amount of $8,000.
Why did you suspend her? What was wrong with her debate?
She gave an atmosphere of approval of a drug that is still illegal and is harmful to the
So what?
process.
It's not illegal in the state. It can be used for medical purposes.
But not for 6th graders.
How did it impact the school?
It impacted our brand as a conservative sanctuary of safety away from the evil of society.
What did the other kids do when they heard her sentence or two about legalizing marijuana?
It wasn't just a sentence or two, it was an entire speech.
Okay,
and
what did the other kids say?
It set the room loud.
What did the other kids say?
They were cheering. They were glad to hear marijuana being touted as a great thing.
Why would you suspend a student for 1 month?
Well, we think that this is not a matter of rule, it's a matter of our reputation.
How has your reputation been affected by this?
How can she stand in front of...
How has your reputation been affected? Have your enrollment has been lost? Have negative reviews been said anything?
Yes.
Or did somebody say, wow, that's a pretty great debate team that you would have kids debate such an important national issue that people feel so differently about?
We have very influential alums who have called the school and said...
Any evidence of that?
I can present that as needed. Yes, they've called me and said, what happened to the standards of the school? What is this business about your pro-marijuana? You know, what happened to the standards we once held?
Dr. Dorvay, I think you're exaggerating. This is why I got this. Now I get why you don't want her to go back to school. Anything else you'd like to say, Mr. Dorvay?
Yes, you mentioned it's one child. How many matches does it take to start a forest fire? We have a forest fire.
I don't know what you want me to say about that.
It's okay.
I mean, it's
I
completely.
go with whatever your judgment is in the case, but
Okay, my
we have a
judgment
problem.
is that the plaintiff, I will
The defendant is ordered to pay $8,000.
Debate is about sharing ideas, not reinforcing propaganda.
The school is about values and living a clean life.